I'm not saying he's old, but if you've been fighting a certain way your whole career, basically that's how you're gonna fight me that night. So we just, I've been studying the last 3 fights, doing a little more tape than usual, watching my last fights too, see what things I can strengthen on, and just getting together a great game plan.
Now, Danny, you mentioned about Keith Thurman's movement. If I can play devil's advocate just a little bit, have you added to the training camp some agility movement so you can cut the ring off? And
I mean, I felt like I fought a great fight, to be honest with you. His movement didn't bother me. He just didn't engage. Like after the 4th round, he was shadowboxing. That's how it felt like he came to fight the first 3, but you know, I don't blame him. Who wants to stand in front of me? So you gotta be dumb. But his movement didn't bother me. I've been fighting guys moving since I don't know when. I think my last 5 or 6 fights. The movement never bothers me. So I know how to cut the ring off. I know how to fight aggressively. I got a great time, and so that didn't bother me.
Danny, do you have any words for Brandon in Spanish?
La cara.
What does that mean?
how frustrating it
What do you think about Hoshan Porter talk? Because he's been very vocal about you. He said he wanted to fight. He said, I think he even said they offered you something like that.
I've never been offered the fight. Did I know of? It's never been offered to me. It never came back to Danny Garcia. But I like that fight. I think that's a great fight for me. He comes forward. He likes to fight. I'm a great boxing counterpuncher with power on both hands. And just be careful what you wish for.
I got you a question. We have a storm here in LA. The whole world stopped.
A rainstorm. Come on, guys. We just had a blizzard and a snow, sleet.
So you being from Philly, what are you telling the people here?
Man, y'all spoiled. Y'all gotta calm down, relax. But the firestorm was bad though. Yeah, we don't get that. We don't get like the whole neighborhood on fire. But yeah, man, y'all good, man. It's rain. You need some rain. Make the flowers grow.
Danny, what do you tell Sean if he's watching? Final thing, there's been a lot of back and forth. What do you tell him?
Be careful what you wish for, because it can happen any day. And when it happens, just be ready for it. I'm ready for whatever.
You surprised he's been so vocal about you in particular?
I think it's more he just emotional. Like when he did that, when he did the last thing, he was already matched up. Like why are you talking about Danny Garcia? You already matched up with somebody else. So I get it. You use my name to promote your fight. It is what it is.
Do you think the WBC is actually lining you guys up? Because he's fought 2 title eliminators. This would be your 1 title eliminator. Does it make sense you guys fight top of the summer?
It will make sense, but at the end of the day, I was the champion. So if anything, I get first shot at anything before anybody.
Danny, you said
it's just respect at that point. You feel me?
Can't teach your old dog new tricks, but from what I've seen in the gym from Brandon, it looks like he's rededicated himself. Do you buy that yourself? Do you buy it?
No, at the end of the day, you gotta be focused, man. You gotta be focused, especially he knows what's at stake. He knows what's at stake. He's training hard. I'm training hard. I'm dedicated. I've always been a dedicated fighter. Danny Garcia is not the type of fighter who just takes a fight off, gains a lot of weight, doesn't care how he looks, and then one fight he wants to train hard. Danny Garcia trains hard. Danny Garcia trains hard every fight, and that's the difference between me and him.
Obviously, you're not looking past Brandon, but looking into the future, a lot of people want to see you in there with Errol Spence as well as Thurman, the rematch. You've been vocal as well and critical of Errol Spence. Him winning the title now, going to the UK, stopping Kell Brook. Has he win your approval? Do you co-sign him now as a good fighter, or do you still want to see a little bit more?
He's a world champion. You gotta give him respect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking that away from him. He won the belt. He went over there and won the belt. He's fighting Peterson. That's not an easy fight. Peterson's I've been in there with him. He's a tough fighter. He's always in shape. He's technical. He's not a big puncher, but he can give you hell if you let him. So you gotta test with Peterson first.
Where do you see? Where do you see yourself within this hot welterweight division?
You know, I just gotta take one fight at a time. One fight at a time. There's a lot of good fighters in there, but Danny Garcia is the most popular one, and numbers don't lie.
How do you
need to fight Danny Garcia to have a big fight in the welterweight division?
How do you beat Errol Spence?
You know, he's a young fighter. He's strong. He's hungry. I know his mindset. I've been there before. Just gotta take him to a place he's never been before.
Where's that?
That's it.
Where's that?
You gotta take him. Only he knows where that's at.
Danny, if Amir Khan fights Broner, what do you think of that fight?
That's an interesting fight. That's an interesting fight. That's an interesting fight, man. You know, no one knows how Khan's been out for a minute. Like,
over a year.
Broner, you know, he's been struggling at the top level too. I think it's a good fight for both of them. It's even because of the inactivity of Amir Khan and just how Broner has to be consistent.
Now, you had Newfield walking in. Unfortunately, he's going through a rough time. What do you wish him right now, and what do you think about him?
Oh man, I just wish him health and just stay strong. It's crazy when you have all the money in the world. You know, you're a millionaire, you just sit in jail, and it's like you have nothing. So he's a strong person, and I think he'll be all right.
Danny, your thoughts on Terrence Crawford throwing his name in at 147? How do you see he would do in this hot welterweight division?
You know, only we'll see. Like I said before, same way I fought Thurman, same way Canelo fought Triple G, same way Rigondeaux fought Lomachenko, Canelo and GGG. Him and Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence has to fight. Same way we did.
You've been in the top 10 pound for pound list for many years, but you don't always get the recognition. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I've been 11. Shit. I remember I was ranked number 11, like pound for pound one time, and it was like 5 people I never heard of in front of me. I was like, oh, this is some bullshit.
Must have been Dan Raphael.
Yeah, somebody behind this, man. Somebody don't like me in this game, but you know, I can't worry about that. And then I pack a seat, I get the views, and people come to watch the fight. That's what the real confidence is.
Your thoughts on going back to Las Vegas? You know, your best 2 victories in your career happened there. Amir Khan and Lucas Matisse said. Your thoughts on just going back to Vegas and fighting there?
I'm excited. There's something about Vegas, man. You got that good fight feel. The air feels good. Like I said, I had 2 great performances there, and I'm excited to go back and kick off 2018.
This is maybe the promotions are part of this. You fight in front of Floyd, in front of Guerrero. You're gonna probably fight in front of him again. Yeah. How do you feel when you fight in front of Floyd? Do you even like pay attention to it? Do you kind of like try not to tune it in that he's sitting right there looking at you?
I don't worry about who's in the stands when I'm fighting or who's watching me, but I just feel like Floyd's been watching me for a long time and just never fought me. That's how I feel. I'm not saying he ducked me or nothing. I'm just saying that I think I've been on his radar, but it just never happened. He just has to see something better.
Were you waiting for the call? Like, you just kept waiting for the corner ring and said that it was...
When I beat Matisse, I really thought like they were setting that up because I was the co-main event, he was the main event, and I had a great win. And then me going to 147, I'll be like the smaller guy. So I thought like he would pick me, but it never happened.
Danny, you posted a video when you grabbed, you said you're going to kick a lot of ass this year. What kind of reaction did you get from that?
Oh man, that went viral. You see that? That was everywhere. It's going to be a whole lot of ass whooping this year.
Did you know it's going to go viral?
That shit felt good. I gotta try that, smacking some ass.
But did you know it was going to go viral?
No, I was just being myself. I was just being funny.
Did you do it one take or you did multiple takes?
No, it was one take. One take, I just smacked that ass, grabbed it, and it was like, yo, a whole lot of ass whooping.
Now, Brian's a smack talker, Angel's a smack talker. I was really hoping to have them, see them today go at it. We'll have to wait for fight week, I guess.
Definitely. It's going to be a lot different fight week, I'll tell you that much. There's going to be a lot of animosity. There's going to be a lot of tense, you know, men who just been training, probably frustrated, training camp, being crazy. So, definitely, it's going to be a lot different. It would have been crazy too, but you know, Pops was crazy. So.
How frustrating it?
Maybe they got locked up, so it's good that he didn't come.
How frustrating is they don't give you the respect you deserve at what you did at 140, and then you get to 147, they call you a cherry picker.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it is what it is.
That's a Hall of Fame run at 140.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you gotta in this sport. One thing I learned, you gotta people gotta love you and they gotta hate you. Right. If everyone loves you, you ain't never gonna be a big star.
Right.
You gotta have people who love you and hate you, and that's how you're gonna pack. That's how you're gonna get views. That's how you're gonna cause controversy. And I did it. I'm not even vocal. People just didn't like me because I was winning. I was like, damn.
I think it was your dad talking a lot.
Yeah, maybe that too. But you know, that's the balance. Is good and bad, and that's what sells, and that's what people like.
Does cherry picker get under your skin?
No, not at all. Because at the end of the day, look who I fought. I mean, I don't think I fought everybody. Yeah, I mean, except the guys.
Great fight in New York.
And that's the guys that came up right under me, like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. I didn't fight them guys yet because they were always like still coming up, and now they're shining. So like I didn't fight them yet. And Porter, that's it, maybe. And Broner, but other than that, I fought everybody. Shit.
Those young guys, now that you're like an OG in the game, you're one of the veterans.
Yeah.
How do you look at them? Because they feel like they belong in the same, you know, conversation as you guys.
I mean, I think me and Terrence are the same age, but I got there faster than him. You know what I mean? So what I mean by that, like as far as exposure and being a champion and getting recognized and as an elite fighter and popularity in the game, those guys came in like a little later than me, and that's probably why I never fought them yet.
Danny, Mayweather retired, Cotto retired, Klitschko retired, Marcus retired. Who do you rank right now top 5 in the world? You can put yourself in there.
I mean, to be honest, I always felt like I was been a top for town boxer, to be honest with you. There's a lot of good talent out there. I feel like a lot of them are on the same level. That's why I can't pick one. And you got to have more than one notable win to be a pound for pound fighter. I like Canelo. He did what a pound for pound fighter is supposed to do. He went up to fight the boogeyman. And that's what Andre Ward did too. That's what I did. I went up. That's what Andre Ward did too. He went up to fight the boogeyman. He beat the boogeyman. That's why he was #1 pound for pound. And that's how he became pound for pound.
You do that with Matisse. I remember your dad keeps saying that's the boogeyman. Nobody wants to fight.
That's what being a pound for pound. Pound for pound is being against all odds and becoming victorious.
And that you mentioned that, Danny, there's a lot of pressure put on the Latino fighter, the American fighter. They asked for Andre Ward to move up. They asked for Canelo to move up. You have Vasyl Lomachenko now. He's European. Nobody's really asking him to move up. What do you make of that situation? Why do you think he's getting the benefit of the doubt? He's getting the pass. Yeah, over like someone like Ward and Canelo who were pressured into those fights. Why do you think Lomachenko's not being pressured into the Mikey Garcia fight, the Terrence Crawford fight? You know,
it's just some people just get that vibe, that luck, you know what I mean, where it's like, all right, they cool, like, you know what I mean, some fighters like, oh, you a bitch if you don't go up, like, you know what I mean, like, yeah. Some fighters, oh, you a bitch if you don't go up, some fighters like, oh my god, it's just the luck some fighters get, you know what I mean, and like I said before, like, if Lomachenko was to go up to 135 and beat Mikey Garcia, now you talking pound for pound #1, because it's like, all right, you went up and fought a bigger dude, but until then, you really can't say he's #1, you know what I mean, there's a lot of fighters on that pound for pound. You really can't say they're pound for pound till they get that win that they're not supposed to win at another weight class, and that's what makes you pound for pound, in my opinion.
Danny, what does Crawford have to do? Like, what's the map Crawford has to take to then get a Danny Garcia fight?
I mean, the fight can always happen. The fight can always happen. This promoter, they want to fight. My promoter, we want to fight. That can happen. It means boxing. Of course, when we fight, we want to make a lot of money, and we want to make sure it makes sense. So you got to build it up to that. But like I said before, he still gotta make his way in the division. He didn't fight nobody in the division yet. You can't say somebody's even top 10 if he never fought nobody in the division yet.
That's what I'm saying. So like, what names?
Like
is it 2 fights or?
Well, I think he's fighting Horn, right?
Yeah. I believe so. Yeah.
Well, to me, he has to fight. Him and Spence got to fight.
What do you got?
To me, him and Spence got to fight.
Who do you have in that fight? Because everybody's already talking about that.
To me, they got to fight. Just like everyone else fought. You feel me? There's no way around it. It's just something that's supposed to happen.
Who wins, Spencer?
I think it's a good fight. I like that fight.
Tough one?
I think they're both on like, they're both kind of like on the same level in some type of way.
Danny, at this point in your career, you go through the routine right now, you know exactly what's needed, there's no surprises between now and fight.
Right, yeah. So it's like,
it's easy.
Yeah, it's not easy, but it's like, it's a breeze.
Where do you train? You train in Philly?
Yeah, I train in Philly. No, it's always hard work, man. It's always hard work. I'll tell you what, I got back in the gym and I ran the first couple miles, I was like, oh shit, this is hard as shit. I was like, damn, this shit hard. Like, I gotta get focused, like, locked down.
Danny, and being focused, I would imagine fatherhood has helped you maintain that focus. How is that any different now, your career? You have your daughter, you have your mansions, you have everything now. It's like the last leg of your career. You're still in your prime.
Second chapter of my career.
Yeah, second chapter.
A new chapter in my career. I call this chapter of my career legacy. This is the Danny Garcia legacy. You know, he's the young champion. He won all the belts. He made the money. You know, he has a beautiful baby now. Now I'm just fighting to cement my legacy in Philadelphia and in the boxing world.
Now you said he just called you he called you an OG, not me.
Now, 29. I mean, I fought a lot of fighters. That's right.
Now my question is it the belts or the money now?
At the end of the day, like I said, it's my legacy. Whatever fight to make my legacy bigger and put me in the history of Philadelphia boxing and the sport of boxing, then I don't think it's about the money or the belts. I just think it's about the fights.
Do you think you're a Hall of Famer now?
To cement my legacy.
Do you think you're a Hall of Famer now?
One more signature win in my career, and no doubt about it.
Hey Dan,
What fight
many people are counting
against who? Who would it be?
Well, first of all, I need to get my belts back. So that would be a signature win, and any other big name. Maybe one go up to 154 one day and win the belt at 154.
Two more questions, guys. Okay. Did you know you were a trendsetter when you did the challenge, the shoe shine challenge?
You see that, right?
Everybody
biggest
did.
challenge, biggest boxing challenge, right?
How did you come up with that?
I was in the studio with my little sisters, and my sisters, they sing, they record. So I was like, yo, Siani, record me real quick. I just started going crazy, like So I just put it on my story. I just said shoe shine challenge, and next thing you know, everybody started doing it. But I was just being a boxer, like boxers look in the mirror, do a punch, and walk.
Who did it that surprised you the most? You were like, wow, it even reached him. Anybody?
Ellie?
Oh, you did it? Yeah. Well, yeah, that was good. That's how you know it went big when Champion started doing it. Yeah, Tank did it. I was waiting for somebody in my weight class to do it. I was like, do this shit. But yeah, a lot of champions do it. That shit was viral. I seen people in like Japan. I seen people in like Morocco. I seen people in England. I seen people like all around the world doing the shoe shine challenge. And I was like, damn, boxing is big. Like, it was crazy. We need some more challenges. We got to figure one in 2018.
So what Philly artist is bringing you out? Meek is sitting down for a little bit. Who you have in mind?
I don't know yet.
Jones bring you
Right. I should bring myself out, right? 2018, I'm gonna walk in this thing with love. Danny Garcia, y'all must have forgot. It's like, nah.
That would be dope. Your boy bring you out.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Danny. Appreciate you.